Namaskar, Om Sai Ram.
Om
Welcome,
Saram.
welcome viewers back to the channel Miracles of Sai. Today we have with us one of the staunch devotee of Sai, Miss Paro, who's there with us from Malaysia, and she is a staunch devotee of Sai. Welcome, Miss Paro, and
Sairam.
Sai Ram. Ms. Parva, we would like to know, how did you get connected to Sai? How did you get to know about Sai? And when did you get connected to him?
Okay, I get to connect with Sai when 2015. After I tender my job from Singapore and I will be a housewife. So my 12th floor, I'm staying in the 6th floor. My 12th floor is a lady who do abhishekam. It means pouring milk, abhishekam in Tamil. Okay, he used to do in every Thursday. So when once I went to his house, I saw that thing. Then I offer myself to cook for Baba. The time I'm not praying to Baba, I put Swami Raghavendra photo is there because my father is a Raghavendra devotee for so many years. Then I went there. I offered the lady, I told him, so every Thursday afternoon, I will cook veggie food for Baba. So she said, okay. From that moment, I started to offer food for him every Thursday, which I cooked by myself. Suddenly, I don't know, there was a Deepavali celebration. And then on the eve, my and husband went for these offering things at like a bazaar like that in JB, in Malaysia. So over there, I got to see one portrait. It is very like it's pulling myself to get the photo from there. So I asked my husband, can you buy for me this photo? But it's too expensive. I think it's RM, Malaysia ringgit 700. So when I asked my husband said, not at this time. Then I don't know why suddenly he come back again to the shop. Then he said, okay, I buy for you this photo. That is the first photo Baba came to my house and my life.
Oh,
and
wow.
He's there until now. So when
Okay,
so
this is how you got connected to Sai, through your friend, and then you bought that photo for 700 ringgit, and there he came to your house. That's
yes,
fantastic. So this is just 6 years back that you got connected to Sai.
yes,
So,
correct.
yeah, so Miss Paru, we would like to know I mean, how did you feel after he came to your house, and did you feel any miracles from Sai? I mean, how's the journey after he came to your life?
I started to learn about him. I started to uh, get to know more about him. I buy books. I go Google. I see his stories. I want to know who is this person. He's from where? Why he came to this world? He born where? So when I see all these things, and I used to talk to him. I used to stand because in my house there, I feel that he always appear there. Usually my kids sleep. I used to go and walk and talk to him, and I feel better, and he understand me better. Then every Thursday I offer him food, and I feel I was so blessed that even my parents is not here, he's always there for me. I feel very peaceful. Something is new person enter in my life and in my family. He take care of us. He take care of my kids. Even I go for Singapore or I go for outstation, I always tell him, please take care of the house and my kids. He always take care of that. So I feel his appearance and I feel very peace.
So feel so peaceful and blessed and secured when Baba is there at your house.
Yes.
Right. So nice to know about this. So have you felt any miracle of Sai in your life? in your family's life or from the other devotees?
Yeah. There's once I fell sick. You see, ladies usually I don't mind share this as you are my brother. Ladies usually we have these hormone problems when it comes to certain ages. So I have these hormone problems since 2017. Baba came in 2015, 2017. I have these hormone problems, which doctors cannot diagnose what is the problem because of the period is overflow. And I went to Singapore. My husband bring me to Singapore in 2017 December. A doctor told me to do an operation remove of my uterus, but I don't want to remove of my uterus because when they done the ultrasound, they found a very big fibroid in my uterus.
Oh.
Then doctor asked me whether you want to stretch the fibroid or you want to remove the uterus. My husband is asking me to remove the uterus, so he's scared anything will happen to me if it's stretch and it will go back to because doctor give 50% only. If you stretch and then can go back again, we cannot say. He didn't give me 100% certain senses. So I told to my husband, okay, then the time I come back from Singapore, my husband went to work. I was so sad. I was very sad. And on that night, I went to Baba. I told Baba, I mean, it's like daddy and daughter talking, you know. For me, it's my father. And I was so angry and I was telling Baba, you are there. I was going after all the doctors which cannot diagnose what happening to me. And they are telling it's a fibroid. I don't want to remove my uterus. Whatever is happening, you are responsibility. Give me a solution. I was so angry. I was very angry. I talked to him with the photo that he bought for me, my husband bought for me. That's the only photo I have. After I talked to him, the next day I went to temple. I got a water from a monk. It's a Baba temple. It's a monk. He gave me the water. So I put in Baba's leg. Then I started to drink the water. After 2 or 3 days, 2018, 1st January, New Year Day, I was cutting the onion. Suddenly, I got a very, very huge pain at my uterus. Very, very huge pain, like a baby is coming out from the womb. Now, I feel how come? First time, I got the pain. After that, another one time squeeze. I feel like, what's wrong with me? Why is pain? Then I look at Baba. My kitchen is straight, can see Baba's photo. I was looking at him. It's very pain, very, very huge pain. That's the early morning. I'm cooking for my kids go to school. So my husband is sleeping. Suddenly, something is very huge thing coming out from my the place that we used to deliver a baby. Coming out, something is very huge. I can feel it. Now I suddenly went to toilet. I see something is a very huge thing, whitey, very jelly like that. I was so scared. Then I quickly went to call my husband, asked him to see. Then he said, better bring this thing, go to see doctor, see what is that. Then I went to a specialist gynae, Dr. Rajesh. He still is my gynae. First time I showed him. And then he said, within so many humans, only 1% will come out like this. Not everybody will come out like this. And then after that, he scanned, he said, my uterus is very clear, super. Then, after that, he asked me to take a rest because I feel very tired. And then I come back, my period is come normal, but it's not overflowing or what. Then they went to test what is that. Then the result come out, God bless, it's nothing so serious. 1% is something like is near to cancer, 1%, but it come out. So on that day, even I'm so tired, I take bath, I went to Baba Temple Center, Malaysia got center is Johor Bahru here. I thank to him. I really thank to him because this thing cannot be happen. I tell you, frankly, it cannot be happen. And it happened to me. And I thank to him so much. My husband gets shocked. Until now, I'm happy. He's with me whenever I am sad. And I'm back to normal already now.
So it's so nice to hear such stories of the devotees of Sai, like Miss Paru. She said she was so angry with Baba. So it is like, if you have belief in Baba, if you are connected with Baba, then he's our guru. And you can, I at times, talk to him like a friend. At times I talk to him like a father, as a mother, as my guru, and he guides me, he helps me. And this is how he is doing that for so many devotees. And see such a miracle that, she was going to so many doctors and they could not help her. And one day, Baba, when she was praying to Baba, and Baba just did that. The water that she consumed from that Baba's temple there, she got Baba's help, and Baba cured her, and she's having a good life now. She's been cured of that. And yeah, let me tell you, devotees. So this is Paru. She is from Malaysia, and we got connected through some WhatsApp Sai group where we do the chanting and Baba's book reading. So there we got connected, and this is the miracle of Sai, that we devotees get connected to each other. We like to share Baba's, the feelings that we have got, and the miracles that we keep on seeing, the blessings that we feel in our lives, the happiness all around, being blessed with Baba. So such is the miracle. And she being there in Malaysia, she texted me that I want Baba's Udi. My Udi is coming to an end. And I want it, and I assured her definitely I'll send it across to you. So this is how we Baba's devotees, we Sai brothers and Sai sisters, we remain connected, and we feel so blessed to share the blessings of Baba. So thank you, Miss Paro. Would you like to share something else also?
Yes, and then 2000, I was every day when I prayed to him, I tell I want to come to Sridi. Before I leave this world, I want to touch your land, the place that you walk without the shoe. I want to come and see how you live there. My friends used to go. That time I have no money. My husband always say, don't go, don't go. Then I said, I really want to go. I tell to Baba, if you can bring me. Then I used to read Isai Sastra every Thursday. When I feel sad, I hug his book and sleep. When I got when I got any fever, I'm not feeling well, I hug his book. I take his shawl and sleep. I hug his shawl, something like he's with me. Even my kids not feeling well. I got 3 boys, 1 girl. My elder one is in the army, Singapore. Then I used to give this Udi to them, just little bit of Udi to them, because I feel doctor's medications is, there is doctor's medication, but his Udi is more powerful than all these things. So I believe I always keep this Udi near to his leg. So whenever I go, I just take his Udi, or I take his sandanam on my head, forehead to walk. So 2018, my husband who said don't go, his friend is doing this tour to Sridi. Then my husband booked the ticket for me. He applied everything for me. I was shocked. And before I go, I get a blessing from my husband. I left my kids 2019, before this Corona entered, 2019 May, I went to Shirdi. I touched his land. I was in Durga Mai. I was sitting down for the bhajan. I was looking at him. I can feel the appearance of him. But every of my friends, my husband's friends, his wife, everything, feeding these Bhairava, these Bhairava, the dogs, which eat sweets at Sridi. Sorry, I shouldn't say dogs. So I scared of dogs. I cannot. It's very allergic for me. Even when I go to my client's house, I say, if you got a pet, please tie for me because I'm very scared. So the dogs are very huge, big size and very tall. It's near to my waist because I'm a very tall person. So I'm very scared. So I'm leaving Sridi. When I'm leaving Sridi, I was so sad when I'm walking out from his garden. I was telling to myself, everybody feeding your babies, but I cannot feed your babies because you know me, Baba, I'm very scared. Because usually when we come out from his temple, they always give the prasadam. The prasadam is the laddu, which is it's already rotten off in small pieces. So I put the laddu, I just eat like this. I just eat like this. I never wash my hand. I never take a tissue to wipe off my. I just eat like this. I'm walking off, and my hand was hanging around. It's just normal. Suddenly, a huge black dog run after me, behind me. I don't know because I'm walking front. He licked the laddu that I eat. He licked my hand. I was shocked. I was talking to myself. I feel guilty that I cannot feed your babies. I was just shocked. And I see suddenly, and then he licked my hand with a huge tongue and he ran off. I feel that Baba is saying, this is enough for me. You don't need to feed me. I already licked your hand. This is enough for me. So what I feel, whoever touch Sridi, they are blessed. Not everybody simply can go to him, as I know, cannot touch his land simply. My father was devotee from Raghavendra Swami for so many years. But until he's now 70 years old, until now, he can't even go to Mandralayam. And I feel very bad for my father. I have tried, but he really can't. But I just be a devotee for him for about now, he's about 9 to 10 years. But I'm glad because I always ask, I want to go to Sridi Baba, I want to see you. And I was blessed. He blessed me with full of foods, variety of food I get in Bombay. I'm so happy. After I come back 6 months, Corona comes and this lockdown has happened. So Baba knows after this, we are not able to come to Sridi. So maybe because of that, he called me first. And I thank to him. Until now, I'm very, very thankful to him. That's it, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Paru. So it's a general calling, I mean, people, each and every devotee knows that until Baba calls you, you cannot be there. And once he calls you, you cannot stay back. You have to be there. So that's the miracle of Sai, and blessed are the devotees of Sai who get the chance to, put their feet on the soil of Shirdi, the place which was just 103 years back. Baba was there, and he was there with the people around. And once we go there, we can feel the blessings on the faces of the people around, the families, the old descendants of the people who were alive at that point of time. So if you get to meet them and hear from them, it's such a miracle. And so many miracles, like, Miss Paru told us that, the dog story and everything. So these so many miracles each and every devotee feels once he's there in Shirdi. And if not a miracle, at least the blessings in abundance we can, feel coming from Baba in all which ways. So some people call him Lord Sai, some people call him Guru Sai. So that's Sainath, our Sainath. The way you look at him, the way you believe in him, he blesses you that way, and makes you feel so happy. And thus we both are feeling at the moment. So thank you, Ms. Paru, for taking out time and just narrating your miracles, your story about Sai to our viewers of the channel. I'm so thankful to you, and thank you each one of you. Om Sai Ram. And
Sai Ram.
Yeah, and if you haven't, yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please press the subscribe button. Please share the YouTube video so that it reaches more and more devotees and more and more people, so that they know about the miracles of Sai, and they want to know, like, Miss Paro is reading about Sai, and she's Googling about, Sai, and though uh, I mean, there are so many researchers, so many people. I'm reading 5 books simultaneously right now. So something about, one author, the other author, third author. One book is a diary, which was, written by Mr. Khapade there, who stayed in Shirdi for 7 days once, and second visit he was there for 3 months. So Mr. Khapade's diary I'm reading currently. So you feel as if, I mean, he writes in each and every day. He writes, I saw Baba coming. Baba went for the Bhiksha, and he came back to Dwarka Mai. So I feel as if, I'm seeing Baba going and coming, and there I feel as if I'm in Shirdi. Such is the blessings when you read out these stories and the diary, especially. So much so, Miss Paro, I will share with you personally what all I am reading, and definitely I'll share it in the upcoming videos with our viewers. So thank you.
Thank you.
Subscribe and stay connected. Om Sai Ram. Thank you
Om
so much.
Sai Ram.